Hey guys, I'm going to show you a video real quick on how to add the sweeping turn signals with the entry lights on the bottom to a Mark 6 Golf. Tools you're going to need: T27 driver, some wire snips, you're going to need a 8mm triple square. I pulled some wire harness from a junkyard that went to the side mirrors on I think it was an EOS, but I just wanted the length of wire to make things easier. Recommend heat gun, some heat shrink. That should be pretty much all you need for this. Actually, you might need a T9 or 10 Torx when we get to the point where we're taking apart the actual side mirror to install stuff, but first we'll start with taking the door apart. Just kind of get your fingers underneath here and just pop this out. This side kind of tucks in there, and these little fins here tuck in over here. So you just want to make sure you pull it correctly to the side. Then you'll take your T27, there's a screw down here. And then there's one here and one here. Then you're going to reach your hands up underneath here, kind of pop this off. And then you'll just lift up, and you can kind of set this off. For this, you're not going to have to actually take the whole door card off or disconnect this. I'll just go for this for now. Your door control module down here has a little connector. You pull up this red thing, push it in, pull it out, and this is what we will be adding wires to. Next, to take the side speaker off, you just kind of pull it and lift it up. And it will just pop out of this grommet and off this little keeper here. This is where your 8mm triple square comes into play. We'll do that to take that off, but I'll show you that after. While taking apart this, there is a little tab right here. You're going to lift up on that. And once you lift up on it enough, it'll allow this to slide right out. Now, keep in mind the orientation of this. I'm going to show it to you this way so you can see this, because I will post an image from one of the wiring diagrams that shows how this goes. But it goes 1 through 8, 9 through 16. We're going to be adding a pin at number 10, so this second one in right here. So you just want to keep that in mind when you hold this out, that we're adding to this one right here. And all you have to do to make this work is you take your pin and you just push it down in here, and you just push until it goes in. And you can see it kind of locks in. There's a tiny little tab or kind of like tang that gets caught in there. And you can use a little pin or something to push that down to remove it, but it just kind of pushes in all the way like that. So this is what we'll be adding to enable power into the actual entry lights. The blinker lights will connect like they normally would, but we have to add power for the entry lights. Next, we're going to start disassembling this. Just kind of want to push your mirror in till this comes out. Get your hands behind it and just pull. It will pop off. You have two wires here. I've marked them red and blue, but I actually don't think it matters. I think it just completes a circuit. But you'll just pull those off. Those are for the heater elements inside there for the defrost. After you get that off, there are two little tabs up in here that you'll pull down. One there, one here. That will enable this part to pop off. That will grant you access down there. have to use is a T9, I believe, or T10 bit here and here. This will allow this front cage to come off so that we can pull the sweeps off. Okay, I'm going to remove these small screws here, and it actually is a T10, not a 9. Just remove those and make sure you put them somewhere you're not going to lose them. Put them down by the base of my camera there. Get the other one right here. Okay, so we got both of these out. And then this just pops off, like so. And that gains us access to this. There are no other screws that hold this in. There is just a little tab over here. So I can show you that. Right here, you just kind of pull that off to the side. That will allow this to pop off. Like so. That comes there. And then there is a little tab here to allow you to pull out the blinker. The new setup has a light down below for the entry light, and mine also has this extra wire. This enables a blue light to also sweep in here, and I can hook that up to this, so when this is lit up, it'll also light up a blue light. So my coming home and my leaving home will give me an extra light just for fun. You connect this to your power wire on here, which will connect to the wire that we added to the harness. Your black wire will go to your ground, which you can put on your blue and black wire on your turn signal. Your yellow one is your positive for the turn signal. This is easy. This just plugs into here, but we'll have to add these. To feed our power wire down through, we're going to remove the mirror from the car with that M8 triple square. Just kind of comes off the car like that. I'm going to take my wire, feed it down into here, and pull this foam off. For now. And I don't know if you can't really see this, but when you feed this down, so you can see in there, it's like open down there, so you just kind of feed it through, and then you can pull it through where the other wire is. Yes. And then we will feed it up where the other wire is here. I want to feed it up and over the other one. And you want to go through the gasket on the foam, like so. Just pull that through until you're just left with just enough to get you by. Pass this through the car. And through the other side here. And what I'm going to do is kind of wrap mine around my original harness in a couple spots. These are numbered as well on the harness. If you can see that pretty well actually. So number 10 is the second one from the right there. Slide that in with the little tangs sticking up. And that secures that in. And I'm going to tape this or zip tie it in a couple spots just so it doesn't get pulled. When you reinstall the mirror, you can see this like rubber gasket here. There's an edge right here that's a little lower. That will sit underneath that. Kind of pop it under and over, and then you'll feel it go in. Kind of move it around, And then you'll know you have it exactly right when it sits flush and allows you to install that triple square bolt into the back. This little white thing here goes into here. Just kind of like slip that in there, and then the top part will pop in, and that's how you get your speaker back in. Now the plug, once you're done, you'll just plug it in back here. Make sure once it clicks in, you push that red little thing in so that it doesn't pop back out. And then we can put the door back on. Now again, for wiring this, we want to strip this green wire, which enables the blue light on here if you have that. And then we're going to cut the connector on your entry lights and strip both of these wires just enough so that you can twist them or solder them, whatever you want to do. So strip them like that. Next, we're going to take our wire here, which is our power wire. I picked this blue-black one in the harness that I pulled from the junkyard because it actually already had 2 leads on the end of it. I think it came from a car with the entry lights, so that could be why this is here, but this way it's going to give me a nice factory connection between the two. I won't have to solder or anything because they already did it for me. Take those off. We're going to fold this down around the front where the original harness runs, just so it's out of the way. And then we're going to connect. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to grab my heat shrink. Cut some heat shrink to length. I'm going to feed this on here, like so. And then I will cut another piece for the other side. That way, once we've twisted these on, I can just slide them on. So I'll take the green one, I'll twist this, like so. I like after I twist it to bend it straight in line and then pull your heat shrink over it like that. There you go. And I'll connect this one to the positive terminal on the entry light. Now our power wires are taken care of. Now we're going to have to tap into our ground. So what I'm going to do is cut the ground. Make sure you give yourself enough room to work. I'm just going to strip a little bit off on this side. Strip a little bit off on this side. And just grab another length of wire. Strip both sides of that. Like this. We're going to take the 2 original wires and twist them together. I'm going to cut a piece of this. Heat tubing. I'm going to put this up here, like so. Take the piece of wire that I stripped. That's my little patch wire. I'm going to twist these together. And then I'm going to twist the other end of the original harness together like so. And I'm going to fold like this, kind of like a Y, like upside down Y, and slide this over like so. Make sure it's still connected. And then we just connect our negative terminal that we just added to the negative on the entry light. But before we do that, more heat shrink. Alright, so this is all connected. So then we're going to take our original connector and you're going to pop that into your new blinkers. Like that. Tuck all these wires in and out of the way. You want to get the body, this concave part, to kind of slide up against the body of this. And then on the back side here, this tucks into here. So you're just gonna make sure that gets up there. There's also a post right here that will slide into here. And there's one on the other side as well. Just so you can kind of get the alignment there. All right, then we're gonna take our frame, put that back on. There's a little post on here too. You can see slides in there. And then on this side, that little hole down there just aligns with the post of the blinker assembly. Just put our little screws back in. And again, this part here just sits on top, and then these little tabs right here will click onto little nubs inside here. And then your mirror will just pop back on. If you have the heaters, just put the leads back on. To put the door card back on, there's a lip here that actually sits into this tray here. So you'll have to kind of work it. You basically have to get this edge up against your speaker. And then once you do that, get this end in and it will kind of fit into that groove. You just work it forward and it will pop in. And once that's in there, just make sure that your little clips are lined up with the holes. And just reinsert the 3 screws that you had. I'm using a T27. It seems a little loose, so it might be a T30, but you can do it with a T27. And to reinstall this, again, these 2 little tabs, little holes over here, you want to slide those in, and then you want to take this side and pop it up inside here, and then just push it in. I made these little things to match my door cards because these are notorious for turning to goo from all the oils on your hands. So I kind of made those with some Velcro, just kind of swing around here, just kind of keep things off. This way. Keeps them clean and protects it. So I already tried this job once and programmed it. You can see the blue lights are going off now. And the underside light is on. But I will show you guys how to program it. So now this blue light will stay on until the welcome home goes away. There you go. And I'll show you the sweeping turn signals. And there you have it. The other side is the same exact thing. I'm just going to take the door card off and wire it in and and get it done. I'm not going to show you guys that side too, but it's the same terminal or same spot on the harness, number 10. All right, I'll show you how to program this now. First, connect your VCDS or OBD11 to whatever you have to do. I'm going to show you VCDS because that's what I have. Make sure you unlock the driver's door. All right, we're going to go into select module, door electric driver. Try that again. All right, I'm going to go to coding. Coding helper, and then we're going to go to bit 2, and you're going to select ambient mirror illumination installed, and then I think that's the one on the bottom of the door, so I think it's just number 2. That's all you have for options on this one is 2 sections. So you'll do that. And you'll close it. And you'll hit do it. I've already done it, so I'm not going to undo it. And go back, go back. You're going to do the same thing on the passenger door. Coding, coding helper. Do not have folding mirrors. I tried installing them, but the ones I ordered didn't actually fold. Then you go to the 3rd section, and you're going to have ambient mirror illumination installed. Do this. Close that. Hit do it. Then we're going to go back. We're going to go to central electronics, coding, long coding helper. Then we're going to find the section about coming home and leaving home. There we go. So bit 12, or might be byte 12, I forget which is which. But you'll want to select bit 0. And that will make it so that when you lock your car, those lights will turn on. And then go to 17, click bit 5 and bit 6, and that will make sure that those side puddle lights or ambient lights, exit lights will come on when you lock the car and unlock the car. Then you'll get out of it, hit do it, and then that'll save that. That's all there is to this. All right, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Again, anybody can do this. It's not too hard. And hopefully these steps will give you the ambition and the ability to get it done yourself. Thank you much. I'll link also in the video to the AliExpress listing where I got the lights. Yeah, that should be all you really need. Cool. Thank you. Bye.